I am Halcyon with Tramp Stamp Studios, and I'm here at XBIZ Hollywood. We're going to talk to movers, shakers, participants in the adult industry, and ask them about their first experience with porn. Long ago, that experience, that discovery of erotica, was a transformational rite of passage that is being lost to the modern internet era. So let's try to capture and remember the glory days of finding smut for the first time.
My first porn experience, I was in my parents' bedroom and I was looking for, I don't even remember what I was looking for. And I open up my dad's bedside table and I pull out his collection. And I spent the rest of the day spread out on my parents' bed with Penthouse and Hustler and Playboy and all the centerfolds. I was like, oh my God.
I think I was about maybe 9 years old, and some buddies came over, and one of them says, I found something in my dad's bedroom, nightstand. He pulls out what was the name of the magazine? Puritan? It was a Puritan magazine, and it was totally hardcore, and there were like four 9-year-old boys looking at this saying, oh my God, that's gross!
My dad actually had the very first Sony Betamax. Took 3 guys to carry in the house. And we had a guy named One-Legged Bob who used to come to the house and get my dad pirated movies. There was no video stores back in the olden days. And so my dad would have like these big tapes, and I'd have to put the tape in and then watch like the Ron Jeremy porn, and I was blown away. It was awesome. And then I'll have to rewind it to the same spot and get the counter to the same spot. Because I never got caught. Maybe I got caught once.
That would have to have been thanks to my older brother. He had a hidden stash of high society and gallery magazines, and I had the pleasure of finding those, but the not-so pleasure of calling those free phone sex lines and actually thought that they were free. But then when the phone bill showed up, my mom basically asked, what the fuck are all these calls to this 976 hot anal or lickme.com, and I broke down and cried my eyes out, but that was pretty embarrassing because that was last year.
This is like 1989, so there's still the big bushes and stuff, and I found it on just our coffee table. My parents had this weird friend over, and I found it, and I got, a little boner, a little bonus, as it's called in those days, because of the naked ladies. Oh, I couldn't believe it. It was amazing.
I was doing a garage sale. I was about 10 years old, and I found The Joy of Sex in my parents' box. Shortly thereafter, I found out the joy of masturbation.
So it was about 7th grade. I discovered my grandfather's old box of just tons of all type of magazines or whatever. I brought them back to the house, and actually he gave them to me or whatever. I asked him what's this or whatever. I was trying to get my feet wet, so he gave me the box or whatever. I took them back to the house, and then I told a whole bunch of my friends to come over. And then ever since then, I was the guy to come look at the porn and the magazines or whatever. And then a couple of months down the line, my mom happened to get married or whatever, and I discovered her husband's box of VHSs, and that's when I got turned out. From there it was a wrap.
The scene was he was working at a deli, and this woman comes in and she's really mean to him, and he ends up going in the back and jerking off into her turkey sandwich and calling it the special sauce. So this is my first exposure to porn. I was not too thrilled with it at first, but the movie went on, and then I saw the girls, and next thing you know, I'm in the business, so here I am.
I just remember it was about a girl trying to get a job at a magazine and had to do a lot of dictation.
And you actually watched the plot?
Oh, I have it still. I got it on VHS somewhere. That's the sad part. I still have it.
7 years old, a buddy of mine would steal his father's Playboys and bury them in the backyard, and we would play hunt to go find them.
First porn was Frisky Business. Ginger Lynn, Tom Byron, in the shower. That's what got me hooked.
A friend of mine had, his uncle was a scientist, and he had a laptop. I got on the BB systems, and I was looking around, and I found a picture of two cheerleaders. Of course, this is monochrome, black and white screen on a laptop, way back in the day. And it took about 30 minutes to download this picture of two cheerleaders touching each other. My God, I was a nerd ever since. Before that, I was into sports, I was into playing, hanging out with my friends, everything else. I was a goddamn nerd from that point forward.
I saw this really scratchy video, film video of a big orgy, and I got really scared.